Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another edition of Flick News, the show here on FlickDirect where I give you guys the latest that happened in entertainment news throughout the week, and then I give you all my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Putnam, and this week it was kind of a slow week in terms of movie news. However, there are a couple of stories I was able to catch that I really want to talk to you guys about, starting with The Batman. It is my most anticipated film of 2022, and it's coming out in literally less than 2 months. Can you all believe that? Speaking of The Batman, the film's rating has been revealed to be PG-13. I'm all for this rating, although many people out there are very surprised and they're cautious that the PG-13 rating is going to hurt this movie. Have you seen The Dark Knight, for God's sakes? If you guys have seen Matt Reeves' previous film, War for the Planet of the Apes, that movie is dark. And I mean, it is dark. Like, that movie, I feel like, pushed the PG-13 limit to, like, as far as it possibly could without going into the R territory. The things that happen in the War for the Planet of the Apes are just absolutely crazy. Everything that I have seen so far, knowing that the director, knowing it's Matt Reeves, I have full 100% comments that this man can deliver a gritty and a hardcore Batman film, despite this film being PG-13. I have no doubts. Again, if you guys want proof, watch War for the Planet of the Apes. I can't wait to see this. I've been wanting to see this for a long time. It comes out in less than 2 months. Cannot wait. The PG-13 rating, I don't think it's gonna hurt, but you know what? I'm just hoping for great things nonetheless here. I'm really bummed and disappointed for this company because I think this company has delivered some of the best animated films of all time, and that is, of course, talking about Pixar. I mean, I didn't love Luca, I didn't love Onward, although I thought they were very good films, though I loved Inside Out, I loved Soul, I loved Toy Story 3, I loved Toy Story 4, but I want to say that for about 95% of Pixar's catalog, they have more than succeeded, and knowing that they're doing this once again, this really just makes me bummed. If y'all remember correctly, in the past 2 years, Pixar had their 2 films released, Luca and Soul, which is, by the way, my favorite film of 2020, those 2 films were released only on Disney+. But now Turning Red, which I have not seen the trailer for, although I do want to see because, you know, it's Pixar, for God's sakes. Turning Red has unfortunately been only scheduled to be exclusively released on Disney+. And I gotta say, I'm disappointed. Pixar's films have played amazing on the big screen, whether you're talking about Toy Story, Inside Out, Up, well, I would say Good Dinosaur, so I can't really say. I will never forget the first time I saw Inside Out in a movie theater. There were so many parts where not only I was crying, but I could hear other people crying in the movie theater. Like, that's how powerful that movie is. I do think that a Pixar film at the quality of, you know, Pixar should be released exclusively in the movie theater. I mean, sure, you could probably do the day and day release like what HBO Max had done for Dune and The Matrix. It's a shame that so many hours of animators' work, along with the voice actors' work, and whoever worked on that film, only for that to be put on a streaming service. I understand, man, it sucks. It's the 3rd time. I'm hoping that their next film does go into the movie theaters. I think their films personally deserve to be seen on the big screen and not Disney+. That's just how I feel about it personally. But I'm hoping Turning Around is great. I really do hope it's great. Before I continue on with my final news story of this week, as you all can see, I have a big smile on my face. And why is that? Well, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Godfather. I love that film to no end. My dad first had shown it to me when I was, I think it was 11 or 12 years old. I know I was in middle school when I saw it because my dad took my brother and I to the library, you know, when libraries, oh my god, when was the last time I went to a library? Anyways, we were just going around looking for movies, and my dad picked out The Godfather. We watched it that night, and I was blown away. To say that the movie has had an impact on me is an understatement. It is really one of my favorite movies, period. It's like in my top 15 favorite movies of all time. There are some certain films out there that, even though I was born in 1992, if I was given the chance to see the movie theater, I would so see them. Like, for example, Ben-Hur, the original Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and one of those being The Godfather. Well, guys, if you're like me and if you've wanted to see The Godfather in the theaters in any way possible, well, you're in luck, and that is because on February 24th, and I believe the 25th as well, AMC is re-releasing The Godfather in theaters. Not to mention as well that it's coming out in a Dolby Cinema, so that means the color grading is going to be better, the picture is going to be redefined, it's going to look sharper, the color contrast is going to look better, and the sound is going to be amazing. Since my dad took me to see it, well, he didn't really take me to see it because I wasn't born yet, but since he showed me it when I was a teenager, I got him and I tickets to go see it in Dolby. And not to mention as well, guys, The Godfather is coming to 4K HDR, I believe, March 4th of this year. So as a Godfather fan, that makes me very, very happy. I wanted to talk about this because I'm a huge Godfather fan, so knowing this is happening next month makes me very happy. And that's gonna wrap it up for this week's show. Please comment down below, let me know, how do you guys feel about the Batman being PG-13? Do you think that'll hurt the film? Do you think it should have been R-rated? Also, how do you feel about Turning Red only being released on Disney Plus exclusively? And finally, when it comes to The Godfather being re-released in AMC theaters next month, will you be seeing it in theaters? Will you be taking someone who showed you the film or introduced you to the film when you were a kid? Or are you gonna be taking someone with you? Are you gonna get the film in 4K? Let us know below. I hope you all enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest video goes live. If you guys want to see our previous 2 news shows, please click the right there or right there. And of course, until our latest show goes live, we'll see you all next time. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.